Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, the Russians seem to have liberated some oblasts in Ukraine. Therefore, or the proof, I might say, is the fact that they will organize referenda in two oblasts in September. That means it's all clear and nice and quiet over there. So I remember the Russians were fighting in those areas, and now the fact that it seems like they, I shouldn't say the fact it seems like, but according to the Ukrainska Pravda, the article I'm going to discuss today, or at least in this video, the Russians are ready to, they already scheduled it actually for September. So let's read this article and see what exactly they say. So Ukrainska Pravda from today, June 23rd, 2022. Russia plans to hold referendums in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia oblasts on September 11, 2022, Ukrainian intelligence stated. Russian occupying forces are planning to hold so-called referendums on the creation of pseudo-republics on the Russia-occupied territories of Kherson and Zaporizhzhia Oblast on 11 September. Well, that should tell us that it's quiet over there. That means they cleared everything and they can have a referendum September 11th, right? So right now is what? June, July, right? August, and then you got September. So it's 2 months and 20 days or so. All right, they will have time to do that, and they feel comfortable that the front will not be pushed back, and that would be the will of the people. A referendum is the direct vote. It's the most direct and clear form of democratic expression. Yeah, right? Source: Center for National Resistance, created by the Special Operation Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Details: according to the information obtained by the Ukrainian resistance movement, Russian occupiers want to hold the so-called referendums on the Russian Unified Voting Day on 11 September. Russia already plans to hold elections of people's deputies and governors in several of its regions on this date. In addition, Russian Promsvyskbank, a state-backed Russian bank, is set to begin its operations in the temporarily occupied territories of Ukraine around the same date. They are incorporating slowly the, you know, all the institutions, I guess. However, Russian plans are being met by Ukrainian resistance. No staff want to undertake administrative duties in Russian occupation administrations. At present, the administrations of the Russian-occupied districts in Zaporizhzhia Oblast are staffed by officials from the Russian Federation on a monthly rotation basis. Of course, that's what you do. You put your buddies, and that's normal practice, common practice. Same thing American forces did in Afghanistan, for instance, and in Iraq, they did the same thing. The first thing, they kick that guy out, put their own guys, they're going to follow orders, and go from there. And now we have Kirill Stremusov, Russian collaborator at the head of the Russian-controlled Kherson Oblast occupied administration, hopes that the oblast will be annexed to Russian Federation by 2023. So by December this year, the oblast will be, the Kherson Oblast will be annexed to Russian Federation. So it's going to be a referendum probably on independence, and another one, hey guys, do you want to go back to mommy? And they say, yeah, we want to go back to mommy Moscow. And we have another thing here, Irina Vereshchuk, Deputy Prime Minister of Ukraine, urged the residents of Russian-occupied southern oblast of Ukraine to leave those oblasts via Crimea to Russia and then Ukraine or the European Union. Oh, yeah, why Crimea? That's a different country for these guys, but if they're not unified yet. Well, so it's from the intelligence information that we received from the Ukrainians, September 11 is going to be the referendum. It's going to be two of them in the same time. And then that tells us, as I said, that it's going to be clear and nice and no more shooting in those areas. That's why they can organize those referendums. Doesn't mean that possibly, you know, the Ukrainians could push back everything and go back and push the Russians to the Bering Straits in, you know, the other side in Pacific, if you want to exaggerate like that. But I do not think they have the power to do that. So these oblasts will definitely going to be voted, the will of the people, into being independent, vote of the people, and then another referendum, vote of the people, will get them back to mommy country. So, you know, it's the Russians will always use the example of Kosovo. They did not recognize Kosovo, and they will not recognize Kosovo unless you get Yeltsin back or something. But not even Yeltsin could do that. Nevertheless, they used the Kosovo, and they said that when they did what they did in Crimea, the same referendum and then referendum for independence, and then for annexation or, you know, union with Mother Russia, they said that was even more legal. That's what the Russians claim and keep claiming right now. That was more legal and more nicer and more democratic than the way Kosovo actually was formed. And as you might agree, everybody can say whatever they say. It doesn't necessarily mean that what they say is true. But I think they have a point in this. And what can you do? Right? The right of people's right of self-determination. The Serbs were bombed. They draw the line. You stay out of this region, which is Kosovo, and go from there. Right? Nevertheless, vote. They will vote. It's going to be democracy, and Putin doesn't like democracy according to the corporate mass media here in the West. So I don't know why they do that. Oh, because it works in his interest. Okay, I got the answer then. So they told me in the earpiece. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.